Hey everybody, I'm Angela Murrow from AFI FEST, presented by Audi. I have Ellen Spiro, Phil Donahue, and Tomas Young from the documentary Body of War. Thank you all so much for being here with us, taking the time to talk to us about your film.
Thank you.
So Tomas, I'd like to start with you since you're the subject matter. Could you give us a little background about what brings you here today?
I went to join the Army after 9/11 to go to Afghanistan and take out the people that had attacked us on 9/11. The federal government saw fit to send me to Iraq instead. Whether or not that was the right idea or not, I guess is why we're all here. And after I was shot and paralyzed, after only 5 days in Baghdad, I came home and became quite angry about the state of things around me, not only with the way things were being handled in Iraq, but also the way our veterans are coming home and receiving substandard medical care, but at least it's cheap. I guess the way Phil found me was while lying in a hospital bed in Walter Reed in Washington, D.C., my mom, who had known I'd always been sort of a political junkie, had asked me if there was anybody I wanted to meet. And at the time, during the election of '04, Ralph Nader was the only one with any clear-cut plan of bringing the troops home, so it was him I wanted to meet. And he just happened to be hanging out with his friend Phil Donahue that day, and we met, and he decided he wanted to work with me further, and that's what brought us here.
He was pale, you could hardly find him in the sheets. You could see the bones on his cheek. And it was at that time that I learned of the gravity of his injury. The bullet severed his spine at the T4 level, which is right between the shoulder blades. So Tomas is paralyzed from the chest down. Tomas Young thought he might come home dead. Tomas Young never thought he'd come home like this. So what our film shows you up close is the harm in harm's way. Tomas did not want a film that said, "Oh lad, poor lad, how sad." Tomas wanted to make a statement. And we think we have. We think we're different. And we think that when you're finished watching this film, you're gonna say to yourself, "Oh my God, I've got to do something." And much of the power of our film comes from Ellen Spiro, a wonderful cinematographer.
As soon as I met Tomas, I knew he would be great for a documentary because, well, one of the things is his sense of humor. One of the lines in the film that he says is, "Soldiers voting for President Bush is like chickens voting for Colonel Sanders." And so we'd be in these really serious, heavy moments, and he just cracked me up.
I've heard myself called un-American, a war criminal, a Republican who'd voted for George Bush twice, which kind of, all of those really hurt here, but that one kind of dug a little deeper because that goes way back even before I joined.
The first word we hear, really almost universally, is powerful. And we'll take powerful. It's going to take a lot of power to stop this war.